Newton's laws of motion needs improvement. Newton's laws of motion are true and only true for existential magnetic field region but not true for non-existential magnetic field, or you can say Newton's laws of motion are half true because it is hard to find or create non-existential magnetic field region, or I can say till his time, existential magnetic field and non-existential magnetic field had not been discovered. In the renewed laws, there are also three laws of motion which are written in considering both types of field, existential magnetic field and non-existential magnetic field. 9 LU 137786 Laws of Motion. First law. An object should be in an existential magnetic field region to be in motion for an inertial frame of reference. In the existential magnetic field region for an inertial frame of reference, an object either remains at rest or continues to be in motion at a constant velocity unless acted upon by a force. Any external force applied in the non-existential magnetic field region on the object will not change the motion of the object. The object will remain at rest. Second law. In the existential magnetic field region for an inertial frame of reference, the vector sum of the forces F on an object is equal to the mass m of that object multiplied by the acceleration of the object, F equals ma. Mass is assumed constant. Mass of an object will remain constant in an existential magnetic field region and also in non-existential magnetic field region. In the non-existential magnetic field region, acceleration of n on the object always remains zero. Third law. In the existential magnetic field region, when an object tries to exert a force on another object, the second object will simultaneously exert a force of equal in magnitude opposite in direction on the first object. In the non-existential magnetic field region, even if an object tries to exert any force on a second object, the second object will not exert back any force. Explanation: if an object is moving in space and somehow reaches the extreme point where there is no further point where existential magnetic field exists, then the object stops at the last point of existential magnetic field and do not enter in non-existential magnetic field because all forces in non-existential magnetic field region is turned into zero. This does not mean non-existential magnetic field region will exert an equal amount of force to stop that object. Objects need an existential magnetic field region to have motion. Suppose an object is in non-existential magnetic field. In that case, it can be possible that any motion could take place inside that object or, more specifically, under the existential magnetic field and potential magnetic field region of that object. Example: faraway galaxy separated by non-existential magnetic field region because that object is also emitting existential magnetic field. The boundary of that object and the boundary of that object's potential magnetic field is different.